Good morning, this is Liz Bailey, independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in the US, but I'm originally a Brit, so there's a slight confusion there, but I am in the US, so you can order from me if you are here. I'm going to use the Lovely You bundle today. It's another punch and stamp bundle, which I've been featuring that type of bundle all month because of the amazing offer that is on and ends on Tuesday actually, so you don't have long if you want to do this. The starter kit is always a fantastic deal. You get $125 of product that you choose, and you get a free paper pumpkin kit, which is worth about $22. You get business documents, order forms and what to send to your host and so forth. Lots of business stuff, which is worth at least $50, I think. And it only costs you $99, no shipping. So it's a great deal. But right now until Tuesday, hey Caroline, right now until Tuesday, you get all that, plus you get to pick a bundle. Either a dies and stamp set bundle or a bundle with a punch. So in case people haven't got the die cutting machine, I've been focusing on the ones with punches, and that's what I'm going to do today. So now I see that I have Caroline watching me. Thank you, Caro. I am going to change my glasses because otherwise I can't see what I'm really doing up close. And I'm going to point you down, and before we get started, I had a bit of a nightmare of a time last week with this punch. The what is it called? Something confetti punch. Let me just tell you what it's called. It's on page 168. Confetti flowers border. Now, in my defense, I had just had, on Friday, I had the brutal 3.5 hours in a dentist chair, and my brain just wasn't working and I couldn't make it work. So I said I would show you how I did it once I figured it out. So I'm going to point you down, and I'll show you how simple it is to use this punch, and then we'll get going with today's. So hold on a sec while I point you down, which is that way. Bring you this closer so that you can see what's going on, and I'd say that's about right. Well, more or less. Let's push you that way a bit. Okay. Yes, that's good. So, this punch, what was I having so much trouble with? Well, let me show you. I had stamped my flowers, but I had stamped them too far from the edge of the paper. So when I put it in here, my stamps were much further up and they wouldn't line up, and I couldn't figure out why. But if you punch them at the bottom of the I'd help if I put it in the right way, wouldn't it? Here we go again. I need the two little ones at the bottom. So it's not actually lined up because there we go. So I just needed more space to be able to push it down. It wouldn't go far enough, and so I couldn't do it. But as you can see, it's really simple. I feel like a complete idiot, but hey, I'm blaming the dentistry. So you don't have much, you can't see much, can you? Well, you can see enough. Right, so today, let me show you the book. Here is the stamp set that we're going to use. It's called Lovely You, which is rather lovely, I have to say. And then here is the matching punch. And this is a very cool punch. It can punch out all of these 6. Show you the punch. So there's 2 sides, and you can do 3 sizes of each one, and you get different edges. So we're going to use this. I'm going to use both sides so that you can see the difference. So let me show you what we're making today. Put this straight because it's driving me crazy. There we go. Oh yes, I'm going to make a new host code. I was going to put it on the title of this, but in fact I will. I'll make the new host code and then I'll add it to the title of this Facebook Live when I'm done. Okay, Caro? Okay. So here's the first one. I gold embossed and then added gold, but this color is one of the new colors, cinnamon cider, which I think is, I didn't think I was going to like it, to be quite frank, or it was my least favorite because it's brown and I'm not crazy about brown, but with the gold I think it looks awesome. So I'll be using this one. This is what happened previously when Lemon Lime Twist came out. I poked my sister in her side and said, ugh, I'm never using that colour except as a pop of colour. And of course it became my favourite one. So who knows what's going to happen. So here's the next one. I was inspired, I think, by the Tropical Fern DSP, which is all in similar colours, greens, and I decided to make my own DSP. So that's number 2. And then this one is just a cute little, very simple card, but I added a piece of embossed Granny Apple Green to the back, and I embossed it using the Ornate Floral 3D embossing folder. You probably can't see that very well. Probably better off looking at the card itself, but it's really pretty. I like that a lot. And I didn't stamp these regularly. I inked them up with the Stampin' Up! Right markers, which are awesome, so that I could actually get the green stems and the Melon Mambo tops. So that's what I did. So let's get started. Pull out the first package. Here we go. It's wonky on the camera. Yeah, okay, fine. So what I did, well, actually I didn't intend to do it all the way around to start with, so I did it in 2 pieces, but this is going to be simpler. So just put that, oh, get this bit over here, and let me just get the other one out so that I try not to make any mistakes, because I'm good for putting ribbon on after too late. So I just went around and tried to vary the directions so they weren't all pointing the same way. Maybe that way. And a little one there. Go. That's that. And let me do the same with this. Very cute. Made a few more. Oops. Put that away. Oh, I put the gold away. Excuse me. There we go. So, be fairly clever with this because I need to get out my other box of my other pot. I think not much of it. No, this is good. So there we have it. Let me just grab my heat tool, which is just outside the door, which is a stupid place to have it. Okay, I'm back. And I'll just plug this in. I've got myself a little strip that I can use, but I had forgotten to move my heat tool. Okay, now we're good. So, before I start blowing powder around and losing all of it, let's just get this back in the pot. Okay, put you back straight again. Get the powder off here. Don't need a speckled envelope. And I'll quickly do this. I should have said turn down your volume before I start this. Oh, Laurie's watching. Hey Laurie. Presumably sitting there with your cup of coffee. So as you can see, it goes from dull to shiny and glossy. It's so exciting to do this and watch it just turning into this fantastic gold. You just keep watching until all the dull powder goes to gold, and try and keep the heat gun away from your fingers because there's a reason it's called a heat gun. There we go. And now I've got my heat gun in the right room, so that's a bonus as well. So now we just need to put this on. And I know I said last week that I hadn't really used my new Stampin' Seal. It's good. You don't have to twist to the side to break it. It's got lots of little, you can just pull it back and put it up, but I have been using, you also have to take the lid off, the little tip, which is nice for transportation. I had been using Fast Fuse for so long that I still take it to the side. I've been playing this week and trying to quit that, but it's not working. So you know what? It's okay. I will just continue to flick. That's all right. Doesn't matter. Doesn't hurt nothing. Then I can use the brain power to learn something else instead. So there we go. That's that piece. So now we're going to use the punch. I'm going to use the cinnamon cider for the sentiment. There we go. That's right. Oh, good. Won't need my spare piece then. I had it all ready just in case. And now here's the fun bit. Put that over there, and we get out this punch. As you can see, well, there's a bit of glare, isn't there? Well, hopefully you can see there are two different ends. So for this one, I'm going to use this square one. I have cut this, what did I cut it to? I think to 3/4 of an inch. Yeah, a fraction under 3/4 of an inch, so that it fits nicely in here and I don't have to bend it. So we'll put it in here, feed it through till it gets to the end, and you'll notice that you have to wiggle it around to make sure it's symmetrical, which, there we go, that's symmetrical. And out it comes with this nice little edge to the banner, I guess. And so then we do the same to the other end. The only worry here is if you forget which one you're doing, or not forget, because you can always check because of this, but if you suddenly go crazy and you're making lots of these and they're all different, you need to make sure you're putting it on the right end, otherwise, unless you want two different ends, of course, in which case go ahead. So that's that piece. And then this one I cut a hair under an inch, so it will slide nicely in here. Come on, in you go. So it goes in. Make sure it's where I want it. Yes, it is. Is that going to be too long? Yes, I think it is. Yeah, I'll just take a tiny bit off that, I think. Otherwise it will look weird. Okay. It's probably still not enough. Well, we can go around again if necessary. So this one goes into, feed it in, check how it looks. It looks good. There we go. Question is it too big? Actually, no, it's not. It's perfect. Huh, who knew? So, let's get some of this seal stuff. And this time try and put it on straight. Would be nice, I think. I prefer it straight. Looks good. Then I popped it up, and I've been tidying up. Well, I call it tidying. It's a tiny bit of tidying, and so I found all these half-finished dimensional sheets, so I can just peel off the back. That's good. And do I have another one? Yes, I do. It's not quite as long, but it's pretty good. I cut it all the way. Yeah, I did. Good. And I'll put that there. And maybe a dimensional or two to keep that end up. Yeah, and then I'll just take that off and take this off, and that's plenty enough sticking for that. So make sure it's the right way up, and then put this in the middle of the, well, I guess DSP in a way. I didn't intend for it to be DSP. It was supposed to be, it was going to just be a border down one side, but I liked it so much I kept going. So that's number one. Okay. Next is this one, my real DSP one. What's that? Oh yes, that's the right size. Move that out of the way, and this time I'm using, well, I've got a base of Just Jade. This is Just Jade ink, That's going to be this one. I've got Shaded Spruce. Put that there with this one. And I've got Coastal Cabana. Which is this one. So all you do is just start stamping wherever you like. Shall I do a few of these? Maybe. Well, maybe build it up as we go. I can't remember what I did before. Oops. Yeah, don't stamp on the stamp pad. It doesn't work very well. Okay, now we'll do a bit of this, the Coastal Cabana. This is kind of fun because everyone will be different, which is kind of fun, right? So, oh, I see Ema has joined us. Hey, Ema. Good to see you. My MacBook has gone to sleep, so I can only see if I look at my phone. So I can't see much. Yeah, got a bit of a gap there. I don't know. Let's put some of this in here. There we go. Right, let's get most of this out of the way before I try and, oh yeah, well, happened already. Before I get ink all over myself and then the work. Right, let's get rid of those. And all we have to do is put it on here. Let's move those too. Before I put my fingers on them. So you can make DSP out of anything. Okay, what do I do? Oh, it's not upside down. Oh, there we go. Just pick your colours, get some little pieces or big pieces. Little, I think, is better. And I think it's probably better to build it up as you go rather than doing as I did and plonking some in the middle, because then you get gaps that you can't actually fill. But it's not bad. Where's this? So here's my sentiment. Put that right in the middle. Yep. Then we get the stamp, the punch out again. And this time we're going to use the other side. Just make sure it's, yep. And then the other side. Make sure it's square. There we go. And There's our, I think it's a bit big. I'm going to go around again on that side. Just trim that piece off. And it's as if we hadn't done anything. So let's go again. Put it in here. Oops, not very straight. Now it's straight. Except now, of course, that looks too big. Well, that's okay. I have a solution. Here we go. Here's the solution. We'll put a few of these here, maybe. Or is that too much? It might be too much. What do you think? Add them or not? Yeah, why not? Let's do it. There we go. Gap filled, no problemo. Right, let's put something here. There, I think. Oops, don't need quite that many, I don't think. Oop. That one really wants to come too, though, doesn't it? So, I'll put that there. And then this one that really wanted to come with his buddies. And a couple of others to pop up the other side. There we go. Just whip this off. Make that one as well so it doesn't wobble. And just put this. I really like those enamel dots. They're rather pretty. Okay. So there's number 2. Put those over there. And that will bring in number 3's card. Right, so we don't need the Just Jade anymore. This is going to be using Melon Mambo and Granny Apple Green. So here's what we're gonna do. I mean, does this matter? It's got, maybe I'll give it a quick clean. I don't know if Versamark plays nicely with the blends. I assume it would be fine, but let's not risk it because I only cut one thing. Okay, that's fine. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the brush end and I'm going to colour the petals in Melon Mambo. Like so. Then I'm going to do the bit that the flowers come out of. I don't know what it's called, no idea, but that's green. Granny apple, and that, and the leaves. And I'm going to breathe on it to make it moist again. And there we go. That's that. Now we do the same over here with the little buds just coming out. And then all the green. My stamp is wobbling about a bit, but it's okay. We'll just put him there. Pretty. And then we just build it up. So, oh, right in front of my face. Yeah, I don't think it needs all of that. So I've got a slightly larger piece of Melon Mambo there, which is wonky. How good is that stuff? Ooh, yes, it's got a slight give in it until you've actually stamped it down. I've got a piece of, apparently I cut the wrong end. It was a bit wobbly, but I thought I'd cut that end. Let's just straighten that up. Can't do wobbly, that would just drive me potty. I know Caroline's laughing. Yeah, first time she tore some paper, I was shocked. So I was like, ay, 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 ay. So that is going to go, well, maybe it should go the right way up, you think? Yeah, I think maybe. That's going to go there. And where's my smile? Here's my smile. And Melon Mambo ink. So if I'm going to have it about there, I want the sentiment down here. Now I would advise you to do the sentiment first, because if you screw it up, you can get another card base and use this one when you're going to put the whole DSP on it or something like that, and you haven't lost anything. But if you've done this first and then screwed that up, well, you could figure out how to fix it, but it's a lot easier if you're not having to fix a problem. So I'm going to glue this down. Okay, it's about here, I think it was. There we go. Then a bit of glue on this. I keep doing that. I guess I'll get used to it. Probably doesn't like the flick. Maybe I will have to spend some retraining. And there we have it. That's the third one. So let me just gather what we just made. Here we go. 3 very different cards from the same stamp set. And this lovely punch. I'll put a host code on the title after I've made a new one, because my last one is about to run out. So if you'd like to place an order, these products are bundled at the moment. They'll be bundled for, you know, the whole of this this catalogue. But you get a 10% off if you do bundle pricing. So I would definitely advise that. And also, if you could share this video, I would be so grateful. And I would also put you, if you tell me that you shared it, because I can't see if you've marked your, depending on how you've got your privacy marked, then I'll put you in a raffle for a cool new little product. And I'll send that out to you, okay? So, thank you so much for joining me today, and I hope you have a great day.